All right, let's get into it. We just watched Searching for a World That Doesn't Exist. And it was very creepy. Very creepy. Very scary. And now let's try another Wi-Fi's video. Solving the Matchbox Mystery. I have no clue what this could mean, but it's Minecraft
I discovered the
oriented
Matchbox
as well.
a few weeks ago. While searching YouTube for strange channels, I came across one with 6 videos, 5 of which were essentially just unedited gameplay files. I usually focus on more cryptic and ciphered videos, but something about this channel caught my interest, and after taking a look, I can tell you that hidden inside this seemingly boring footage is one of the strangest and most interesting puzzles I've ever seen, just waiting to be solved. Clicking on the first video, titled Matchbox Round 1, takes us into a dining room of sorts. We
Beautiful.
see a strange set of items in the hotbar, and our player walks around, seemingly exploring the room for the first time. They cross into another room filled with pots, and then turn the corner to see another player running right at them. Our player takes a step back before turning to place a sign saying hello, but by the time they look up again, the other player is gone. Confused, this person looks around into a nearby graveyard but is unable to find the other player. They turn back down the corridor into a giant room with a tree in the center, where they encounter someone else. They try saying hello again, and this time the new player doesn't run, introducing herself as Flute. Our protagonist reciprocates, introducing himself as Oak, and Flute asks, almost jokingly, if he's the Spark, to which Oak replies no. But wait, okay, what
does that mean?
All this? Well,
Spark of a match?
This is the Matchbox.
Okay.
As we can find out by clicking on the video titled Matchbox Rules, everything we're about to see is a sort of puzzle. The premise is that 7 players are competing to split $1,000, but one of them is the Spark. The goal of the Spark is to slowly eliminate players one by one until only one is left standing. They do this by marking one person each round by right-clicking them with an open hand. When the round ends after 10 minutes, whoever was marked instantly dies, unless they were protected by the other role, the medic, which also marks someone with an open hand. It's then up to the remaining players to discuss who
That's a fun game.
The Spark is and vote them out before the discussion timer
That's cool.
ends. The twist is that we don't know who the Spark is either. We're just as clueless as the players in the footage, and using what we see in these 5 videos, it's up to us, the audience, to solve the puzzle of the Matchbox and find the Spark. So with that said, the fact that this player that Oak ran into had their open hand out is already a little concerning, but the round is far from over, and Oak asks Flute if she wants to explore the map with him, but as he does, another player approaches them. Oak and Flute step back, evidently concerned, but the player introduces himself peacefully as Glove. Oak asks if he's the Spark, and Glove replies that he probably isn't, asking if either of them have seen a player called Mustard. Oak says no, and Flute also says no unless Mustard was in the dining hall. Glove says Mustard was in the junkyard, a room we'll soon see, and asks why he even showed up to play if he's just going to hide in a corner all game, to which Flute responds, for the money. After a bit more chatting, the three of them decide
he knows what's up, bro.
run into each
Hey, it's for the money. If there's $1,000 to be won, fuck yeah. I'm doing every single sleazy strat I can come up. You know what I'm saying? Fuck yeah. Mustard knows what's up.
Their axe as a greeting. That way they'll know it's really one of them. The 3 of them cross into the library, explore for a little, and then venture into the scrap.
Oh yeah, because no one has a name and everyone has the same skin. So someone could lie. Like, you might run into someone and they'll, hey, it's Flute again. But it might not be Flute because you just don't know. So a little signal is like a good way to symbolize who you are. That's good. These guys are experienced.
Run into a player crouching in the corner.
Oh, is that the junkyard? Is that Mustard?
Them. The 3 of them turn down the other hallway into the lounge room, exploring a little further before suddenly they get blindness, indicating the round has ended. The meeting starts, and we learn that Flute is dead. From this first round alone, we've already met 5 of the 7 players in this game. Oak, Flute, Glove, Mustard, and whoever this was at the start. Given that Flute must have been marked at some point in the round, it's very likely that Glove could have killed her, though given his immediate reaction in chat, it's unsure. The actual meeting footage is just a long chat conversation though, and for the sake of an entertaining video, I've constructed my own meeting room and will turn these chat messages directly into voice-acted audio. Every line you're about to hear is straight from the meeting chat.
Whoa, Flute?
What? We were just with-
Hello? Are you stupid?
Calm down, it's not a big deal.
Are you kidding me? You can't just go shooting the first person you see. That's ridiculous.
Well, you weren't holding a tool, bro.
What?
Your open hand was out like you were gonna mark me. So surely you'd only do that if you were the spark.
Genuinely, you must be the spark. How? I don't know how someone can be this dumb.
Dude, it makes perfect sense.
Dude, this idiot is gonna be the reason we lose $1,000. Ridiculous.
If you're wondering what Knife is talking about and why he's so aggressive, I can only answer the former. You may have noticed that Oak, and everyone else, is given a crossbow. Each round, they get one arrow that can reveal the name tag of whoever they shoot. Cardboard, seeing that Knife had no item in his hand, must have thought he was going to get marked and shot him, an act that Knife does not take lightly.
Well, if anything bad happens, just know Knife wasn't holding an item.
Come on, come on. There's no way we're serious. You have to be trolling. Can we just vote this guy out? He's practicing.
Of course he's serious. I mean, if that's your only line of defense to get someone's name, then you're gonna do it. If you're running someone without an open hand, hey, this guy's backpedaling right now. I think he's a little bitch.
Useless.
With
Fuck
your
Knife.
attitude, we might as well just vote you out and save ourselves the trouble.
And who invited you, smart guy? Last I checked, the girl you were with was the first to go. So don't you think it's a little bit more likely that you're the spark as opposed to me and Blockhead over here?
You think I killed her? That's why I'm surprised.
She was with us, but it would be stupid for Oak to kill her round one while I was also with him. And the same goes for me. If anything, I say that makes both of us less suspicious.
Yeah, likely story.
I think it makes sense. Mustard, do you have any info?
No, I didn't see anything.
Well, you're just a bundle of joy, aren't you?
I could say the same thing to you.
All right, Sykkuno.
So, who is it?
We don't know
We
yet.
don't know, dimwit. If we knew, the game would be over.
Listen, it's not gonna get you anywhere to insult the guy. How about instead we just think up a plan?
I agree. We only have like 30 more seconds left anyway, so let's at least get our info. I finished the game with Knife and Cardboard. Glove, you and Oak were with Flute right before she died, right?
The round ends with Glove asking this.
And I take it no one was swapped with anyone? If so, that'd be good info to have.
No.
Nope.
The final thing I have yet
Swapped.
to mention about Matchbox is that every 2 minutes, by pressing G, the spark can swap positions with a random player on the map, so checking for swaps seems like a good strategy to get information.
Wait,
Yeah?
how would we know if we were swapped?
You cannot be serious.
With hardly any information after the first meeting,
You're a fucking
it
idiot.
seems like Glove may be
You recognize
the
the
most
VAs?
likely
That's kinda
candidate
cool.
for who marked Flute, meaning that Oak may have just befriended the killer. Regardless, the next round starts with Oak in the scrapyard, and he runs towards the lounge and immediately bumps into another player exiting the maze. Oak swaps to his axe, and the other player, Glove, does the same. After confirming that neither of them had run into someone else on the way here, Glove mentions that whoever killed Flute was likely the person she saw in the dining hall who she thought could have been Mustard.
She did say
Oak
she saw someone in the
agrees, and
dining
then
hall,
Glove
but didn't know their
suggests
name.
a stakeout. He leads Oak up a secret path he spotted in the tree at the center of the atrium. Their
Okay.
plan is to hold a stakeout and try to catch someone in a lie, and it's not long before they spot someone. Two players emerge from the direction of the pot room, one following the other. The one in front places a
Oh, the
sign
FOV to
and
zoom.
turns down his FOV to try and get a better look. The text is admittedly hard to read, but seems to say something like, "Stop following me." The other player tries to place a sign in response, but the first player breaks it before they can finish typing. And then this happens again. The first player places another sign before walking away, but quickly runs into someone else emerging from the lounge. Oak
Okay.
watches as the two stare each other down. Before the first player writes something on a sign we can't read, the player on the lounge stares at it and then walks away. The first player then leaves towards the library with the second following close behind. Oak and Glove immediately get to talking, speculating that what we just watched was Knife and Cardboard, for which the behavior lines up with what we know about both characters. Who they ran into is a bit more ambiguous though, with Oak thinking that it could be Mustard. The round keeps going with no more player sightings, and before it ends, Oak tells Glove to meet him in the viewing lobby next round. When the meeting comes, it's Cardboard, who's found dead.
Mm.
As if you didn't kill him.
Excuse me?
I mean, Knife, it's obvious to everyone here that he pissed you off in the first round. And since he kept following you around, you couldn't mark anyone without him knowing. So
Dude, it's too obvious to, like, kill the guy that pissed you off in the first round. For $1,000, you wouldn't.
you pretty much had to kill him.
That's way too obvious. Only a wormwit would have killed him in my position. Why would I kill
Thank
the
you,
person
Knife.
following me around and essentially incriminate myself?
Because you're low-key kind of stupid.
You might have a
Yeah,
good point.
You're one to talk.
Glove, do you have any information?
Only as much as Oak does. Knife, you entered the atrium with Cardboard, right?
And if I did, how would you know?
Well, if you're not the spark, this is how we clear you.
Except he's not clear.
Yeah, we came in a little bit after the round started.
Did you see anyone else in that time?
Not beforehand. I ran into Cardboard first, and the kid just like latched onto me like a parasite. Afterwards, we ran into someone coming from the lounge before I left.
And you met Cardboard where?
The pottery room by the dining hall.
Okay, and who was the player you ran into in the atrium?
You tell me, genius. I have no idea.
Was it Mustard?
It was me.
Well, there you go. Mustard.
This essentially confirms that Oak and Glove were right. This interaction was Knife, Cardboard, and Mustard, with Venus unaccounted for.
And Venus,
Interesting.
where were you?
The maze, just looking around for anything interesting.
Seems like it's probably Knife then.
Well, the maze is on the far left, and given Mustard came from the lounge, and Venus didn't mention running into him, I take it Venus was closer to the left side than the right.
Okay, and?
And he thinks I could have interacted with Cardboard and marked him before he met Knife.
Exactly.
Not bad logic, but I didn't see anyone that game. I was just trying to learn the layout of the maze.
Fair enough, but you know, all we have is your word.
Okay.
You know, knowing if the medic was still alive would be good information.
Who do you think is just gonna outright say that they're the medic?
I
Oh,
don't know,
yeah.
Someone like maybe Venus? Mustard? That's a clear right there if no one contests it.
Yeah, a clear and a target on their back. You're just fishing for your next kill, aren't you? That or you're helping out your girl here find her next victim.
You're so unpleasant, you know?
Knife is
Yo,
a bit
I
of a
hope the Spark
penis.
marks you next.
Oh, I'm so scared. Come mark me yourself then, Oak. Show me how to do it.
Knife is actually a real big penis. I don't like listening to him. The voice actor's doing a really good job at making him really fucking annoying.
Listen, if I was the Spark, you would already be out of this game by now.
With
Ooh.
that, the meeting ends, and Oak is
Them was
sent
being
into the
talking
library
words.
for round 3. But
Wait.
first, let's discuss for a
Fighting
second what we
words.
already know. So far, 2 people have died. Flute, who was with Glove and Oak, and Cardboard, who was with Knife. So who could have made these kills? The obvious suspect is Knife. The guy is clearly hostile and has a very good reason to kill Cardboard, though as he pointed out, it would seem stupid to kill the person following him and incriminate himself. As
Yeah.
for the Flute kill, it's possible that any of Knife, Mustard, or Venus could have been the player that Flute ran into at the very start of the round. As Glove points out, Venus is totally unaccounted for Cardboard's kill and could have also marked him right away. Mustard, on the other hand, has a very clear alibi. He was at the bottom right
Hydrate,
with
thank
no
you.
way to see Cardboard. The most interesting suspect here, though, is Glove. He could have easily gotten the kill on Flute in the first round without Oak noticing, and while the Cardboard kill looks impossible, Glove did start the round coming out of the maze, the same side of the map we know Cardboard started into when he met Knife in the pottery room. But evidently, we still don't have enough information to accurately confirm
Except Mustard was hiding all first round. They were hiding all first round, but didn't Flute see someone in the dining room? I don't know the layout of the map too well, but would he be able to touch Flute in the dining room without them knowing, and then head to the junkyard and hide?
who the Spark is, so the only way to get it is to watch round 3, where Oak, as promised in the last round, runs from the library through the atrium and to the viewing lobby where Glove is already waiting for him. Glove mentions that he ran into a player in the atrium on his way here, and Oak once again suggests a stakeout, to which Glove of course agrees, suggesting that this time
Glove confirmed it couldn't be him, then it's Glove.
They keep watch on opposite corners of the tree to cover more ground. After making their way up, the two watch for any other players. And
Like,
a few
making
minutes
allies
later,
with someone,
they see someone coming up
like a
from
ride or
the
die as a
lounge.
bad
The
guy
player
in this
looks
game seems like
around,
so
and
smart.
As Oak watches, runs into the left wing of the map. Oak runs to tell Glove and then returns to his post. A few minutes go by and another player runs out of the library. According to Glove, they ran into the viewing lobby right after. The round then continues silently until this happens.
Oh, he got swapped.
Oak is suddenly swapped into the maze, and we get
So he
our
can't be
first look
Glove.
at the inside of the tunnels. Surprised, he wanders the labyrinth for the last minute of the round, but when the meeting starts...
Guys,
Yes?
Yeah?
I was marked.
What? How?
And the medic saved you?
Yeah, they must have.
So looks like the medic's alive after all.
Oak, you're the only one who knew where I was hiding, and the only person who could have reached me.
Wait, what?
The entire game, I've only interacted with two people, you and whoever I saw at the start. No one else could get up to that tree without me or you seeing.
You think that it was me who marked you?
Hold. So the thing is, he could mark, but he could also be the medic, right? If he's touched no one else, then it's either he's the medic. Wait, if we're watching the spark the whole time without realizing, that would be crazy.
I want to trust you, but there's no one else it could be.
Dude, I didn't even consider that it could be the protagonist. I didn't even consider that. That didn't even come to my mind.
What a surprise.
Oh, is he telling the truth?
No, what? How could I have marked you? It had to have been the other person you ran into.
Well, that's just it. It couldn't have been because someone else must have protected me. Meaning, unless you're the medic and you're telling me that right now that you saved my life, which it doesn't sound like you are, then you must be the spark.
How does he know he got marked? I don't know. There must be like a pop-up or something saying, I got marked. You were saved by the medic or something, right? Like in chat. Or is he lying? Was he never marked? Was he never saved by a medic? And he's actually the spark making it up to now point fingers at other people. Oh my god, this could be like fucking some 5D chess shit right here.
This is a big accusation, but not an unfounded one. Glove being
He got swapped, so there was someone else up there with him. Oh, that is true. He did get swapped at the very last second, so whoever was up there with him... Oh, you're right, lady. I completely forgot that he got swapped at the tree for a minute. It was a whole ass minute. So for a whole minute, Glove was at the top with someone that he didn't know that wasn't Oak, because Oak got swapped.
marked,
Why is he
but
not saying
saved
that?
by the medic means that of the two people he interacted with, the
Or was he the swapper? Oh my god. Equi, you're so right. Oh my, this is too hard.
the atrium and Oak, one is the medic and one is the spark, which doesn't look too good for Oak here.
The medic
but
may have been
that
swapped and
brings up an
saved. The medic may
interesting
have.
point.
He could
But
be
then why
lying,
don't they come
though.
I
forward?
already told you I'm not.
Why is no one
lying.
coming
Not
forward?
you, genius. Glove. He might not have been marked. It could be that the spark just didn't kill.
The chat messages literally stop for a small while as
The spark
everyone
just didn't
realizes
kill?
that Glove could have been lying about being marked and saved. And if that is the case,
Huh? So he's lying? Hold up. He could have just sparked just didn't kill. So the spark doesn't have to mark someone for death every round, right? So why would he say he did mark him, though?
is that Glove could have been lying about being marked and saved. And if that is the case, and he is actually the spark, then he's just made the boldest play of the game.
Well,
Okay.
if anyone here's the medic and you didn't protect someone, then speak up now and we know that Glove is the killer.
Okay, so this
So the medic
clearly
saves
proves
someone.
that Glove is innocent.
And that makes you the killer.
No, it doesn't. And I can prove it too. Yo, Glove, where did you run into the other players earlier?
Atrium, heading south.
Did anyone run into someone else in the atrium?
Are you stupid? Owning up to that would be admitting you're either the killer or the medic. Although we already know the former is you.
You're not helping here, Knife.
And I don't see you
Nice
doing
headset.
anything
Thank you,
successful.
Solwayther.
Unfortunate that your only friend here has turned out to be the spark.
Also,
There's no proof that it's Oak.
banger Slipknot
Come
song.
on, you can see it just as well as I can.
Glove, Did I ever walk up to you during our stakeout on the tree?
Yes. You told me someone came from the lounge.
Did I ever after that, though? With a minute left or anything?
You asked for more signs.
Ooh.
And don't you find that odd? After we left the viewing platform, we hardly talked. I would still have a whole stack left, so why would I ask you for more?
Why?
Oh, he's trying to tell him that it wasn't him. I think they glanced over the fact that he said I'd swapped, and he's trying to convince him that it wasn't him.
Why did you?
Well, that's it, isn't it? Is that not obvious to you? Glove, just think about it. That wasn't me. I got swapped.
How convenient.
He's not lying. I was swapped as well.
Thank you, Mustard. Thank you. Someone was fishing for swaps. They swapped with Mustard and then swapped with me. Saw you, Glove, and then went to mark you, posing it as just asking for signs. That's the killer.
That's good info.
If you are the spark, that is quite the 40 chess move.
I'm telling you, I'm not.
Knife then launches into a speech about why he thinks it's Venus, which
Yeah,
Glove
shut up,
agrees
Knife.
with and Oak denies, and the video ends there with Mustard refusing to say where he was swapped to, Knife saying he could be the medic, and Glove arguing for more information. But in the last few seconds, Oak has a realization.
Wait, Knife. You said you were in the maze?
What about it?
That's exactly where I got swapped.
He got cuts off.
Oak's alibi does check out with what we've seen.
Damn,
It's clear that
okay.
he was
Got cut off. That seems like such a blunder, though, to say you were in the maze if you knew that Oak was talking about being swapped. Right? That's such a blunder. Like, you wouldn't admit that. It seems like everyone recognizes my name now. People used to think my name meant fucking soul. Like the sun? I never even thought about that. I just think of the Slipknot song. That's the only thing I can think about. Okay, so like, if people can lie about anything, do we even know for sure who we're watching? That's a shout. Are we actually looking at the same POVs this whole time? We could be watching 3 different POVs in each video. And they're just playing a role of a different person super well. I guess everything would be in text chat, right, Equi? So it'd be coming through as them. That's the only thing that I think saves that. In text chat, when they go to the meeting, all their names pop up because it's not actually in a VC, is it?
confused when he got swapped into the maze, and as he pointed out, this also makes Glove essentially 100% not the spark. That leaves 3 suspects, with one of them, or maybe even Oak, being the medic. If
Makes sense, but have we actually seen them type and send a message? I think so at the very start. But then he said, for the sake of the video, I'm going to voice over everything and then stop doing it.
Oak, the reason he didn't admit to it
I might
could
be
have been to set a
misremembering, though.
trap in case anyone else tried to claim it, in which case Oak would know for sure that it's them. But nobody does claim medics, so we don't know. Mustard is a question mark here because he gave no
I'm remembering right?
information
Okay, I thought
besides
so.
The fact he was also swapped at some point. Knight
Yeah.
said he was in the maze, but no one can prove that, and Venus said she was in the top left all game, which would line up with the behavior of the player we saw in the beginning, but all we have is her word. My best guess on the spark so far would actually be Knife here. His left side location makes sense for the fluke kill in round 1, and it seems like he actually could be double bluffing about both killing Cardboard and admitting to being in the maze when he knows Oak was swapped there, doing the obvious thing both times to avoid suspicion. But once again, we're left largely in the dark without a match. The only way forward is to watch the second to last round, Round 4. Once again, Oak and Glove meet up in the viewing lobby, Oak seeing a random player on his way there, but way too far to have marked him. Oak tells Glove about his growing suspicions of it being Knife, and Glove agrees it's possible, but admitting to being in the maze would be a weird play for Knife to pull. Oak also mentions trusting Venus, and then Glove suggests something interesting. A trap. Using himself as bait to lure the spark over since he's the most innocent person in the lobby. Oak asks how the spark would know it's Glove, and Glove demonstrates just that.
Shoots himself with an arrow so his name shows.
Shooting himself.
Glove is too good. I do not trust this motherfucker. I feel like Glove's some sort of game master here and is trying to like pit everyone against each other. Even if Glove is not the Spark, I don't trust this guy.
With the crossbow. With Glove's name tag revealed and the plan in motion, they post up right inside the lava room. Oak hiding in the corner, ready to shoot whoever tries to kill Glove the second Glove flashes him the axe signal. The trap is set. The two wait around for a few minutes until...
Oh, he's swapped.
Oak is swapped into the maze.
Also, that sound, why is it so familiar? What is that from? I feel like that's from an anime. Is there like an anime where someone has like a swapping power and that's the sound? Reminds you of fucking... Is it the guy from Jujutsu Kaisen? Am I tripping?
Because if he was swapped here, that means whoever
Oh, Demon Slayer with the drum guy?
This moment is without a doubt the Spark. All Oak has to do is shoot his arrow at the person next to Glove.
I don't even know.
Guarantees himself the identity of the Spark. All he needs to do is escape the maze before the round ends. He runs through the tunnels, hitting dead end after dead end.
But this maze is fucking hell, Jesus Christ.
By. If he can't get to Glove, he'll die, and the whole trap will have been for nothing. He keeps running. A minute left. 45 seconds. 30 seconds left.
This is a big ass maze. Now he's backtracking.
He's
Oh,
out. All he has to do is make it to Glove. He rounds the bend through the lounge, into the atrium, and there he is. Glove. And the Spark.
shoot! Shoot!
He's too late.
Why did you not shoot sooner, bro? You just angle it up.
Oak goes hard at Knife, now certain and wanting to avenge his dead friend. All he has to do is convince Mustard to vote with him and Venus.
Guys, I know it's Knife for a fact. He tried to kill Glove in the previous round, failed, and now he's just finishing the job.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I haven't seen Glove the entire game.
Bro, please, as if you expect me to believe that for a second.
I don't expect you to believe anything, dimwit. Though unlike Cardboard, I wouldn't put it past you being the Spark. I have a hard time believing even you would be this stupid to accuse me here.
So then what were you doing all game then?
Nothing. I was just exploring out the labyrinth again. I even ran into someone in the lounge. They can verify I was there.
That was me.
I also ran into someone in the lounge, so that doesn't mean much. I could have ran into Mustard. You could have ran into me. There's no way of knowing who's who. Oh, were you with Glove the entire round?
Yes, I was, in the volcano room, and he told me specifically no one else had interacted with him all game, so it had to have been Knife.
You have no grounds to even think it's me. Did you even see anyone else? And you know what I was going to say before you accused me for literally no
Why
reason.
can't it?
I got swapped.
Why can't it be one of the other people? Like, why can't it be one of the other people? Why'd it have to be Knife this round?
Tell me one good reason right now that Mustard and Venus should even humor your argument.
Oh, you got swapped? Well, so did I. I got swapped away from Glove, and that person must have marked him after the swap. I just wasn't fast enough to find out it was you.
Bullshit. I got swapped into the library, not a soul was there.
Wait, that's a blatant lie. I got swapped into the labyrinth, and that's exactly where you said you were.
Oh, come on. You just want me out. It's so obvious. You're just trying to cover for the fact that you pretended to befriend
Why does
Glove.
Knife sound
Just so you
so...
can kill him out and throw it on me. Nice play.
It seems way too convenient that Knife has admitted to being in the labyrinth twice and swapping. Why?
Genius, but it's not gonna work.
Are you serious? That's what you're going with? Venus, Mustard, tell me you guys aren't seeing this. This guy's obviously been hostile the whole game and he's clearly the Spark. He killed Cardboard because he annoyed him, and then killed Glove because he was onto him. He's obviously now just trying to bluff his way out of this.
So, Knife, you said you were swapped into the library, and Oak, you were swapped into the labyrinth?
Yes.
Yes, but he's lying.
Mustard, you weren't swapped, were you?
No.
Okay, neither was I, meaning that for certain, one of the two of them is lying.
Yeah, and that
Probably
person is
Knife.
Knife. Exactly.
you know you're the worst Spark in the history of this game, and there's no chance you win, right? Even if you vote me out here, you made it clear to Mustard and Venus there's a 50-50 between the two of us. They just hide until the next meeting and you lose.
Well, luckily, we won't have to worry about that since once we vote you, the game's gonna be over.
Venus, I know you're an idiot, but Mustard, I have hope that you have at least some semblance of reason, and we'll vote Oak here.
Mustard, listen to me. I was in the volcano room, all game with Glove. We tried to set up a trap together using Glove as bait. It's just I got swapped away, and in that time, the Spark, aka Knife, must have marked Glove. Vote with us, and I promise we will win. It is clearly Knife. Venus has an alibi running into you. You know you didn't get swapped. It has to be Knife.
I think he's right, Mustard. I'm pretty sure it's Knife.
Mustard, I was in the labyrinth all game, got swapped into the library, and then met you afterwards in the lounge. All I did was return to the maze. You saw me. Vote Oak, and the game ends here.
Well, if Knife is so adamant on this information, what if he was swapped? What if he was in the labyrinth? The guy who was in the library swapped to the labyrinth, then said, "Oh shit, I don't want to be here," then swapped with Oak. So Oak's now in the labyrinth, and the Spark is in the lava room.
The voting phase comes. Knife is out.
Oh my god, idiots.
But as we can see, the game isn't over. There's one round left. Knife wasn't the Spark. Oak spawns in, and
I didn't think he
knows
was,
one
man.
thing to be true. The killer is still alive. He runs, loading his crossbow and anxiously looking over his shoulder in case someone is following. And after hesitating for another second, he runs face first into the maze, trying to hide out the round. If he can survive here, and so can the other two, they have a chance at voting out the true Spark, whoever it may be. Oak carefully
I feel like the maze is the
wanders through
worst
maze,
place to
peeking
be.
corners and crouching so as to not make a sound. Finally, he finds a path to hide in, crossbow at the ready, and he waits.
I feel like even if you shoot someone, you're just gonna die, right? You've been marked. I guess
It's Venus. She's hiding just like Oak and tells him to follow her, that she knows the route of the maze. Oak obliges, trusting her with his life. Venus leads him through the network of tunnels and into a small room we caught a glimpse of earlier, an area with a furnace and a crafting table. Venus tells him that they'll be safe here and there's no way Mustard can find them. Just in case he triggers a swap though, they decide to create a code word. Whenever one of them writes a sign saying torch, the other will say ketchup. If someone doesn't answer correctly, the other one knows that they've been swapped. For a few quiet minutes, Venus and Oak shuffle back and forth in the small room, drawing out the timer. If they can survive for these final minutes until the round ends without getting marked, they can vote out Mustard and win. It all
What if this
comes
guy's a
down to
Spark?
this.
Just mark the other
3
person.
minutes left. Oak triggers the code word. Venus responds correctly. 2 minutes left. Oak asks Venus what they should do if Mustard finds them. Venus says that won't happen. 90 seconds left.
He won't, because it's
Venus
you.
triggers
It's
the
Venus.
code word. Oak responds correctly.
But this could also be Mustard,
60 seconds left.
because he could just say it's
This
me.
is it.
Why have you not shot them? Why have you not shot them? I'm just realizing, why would you not shoot them? If there's 3 people left, if you shoot this person, it tells you exactly who both of them are. So why save it? Why save it? He's just going on the word here. The only reason you wouldn't save is if 1, you're dumb, or 2, you're the Spark. What?
Mustard chases Oak down the hallway, sprinting after him. 40 seconds left. All Oak has to do is not get marked before the round ends. 30 seconds left. 20 seconds left. 15 seconds left.
Open hand. Why would you ever open hand?
10.
No one died?
What? We all survived?
I thought for sure we lost.
Wait, so it's just Mustard. Venus, that was perfect. I barely escaped him. We just vote him here and we win.
That was a crazy play if that was Venus.
Oh, you're the one who ran?
Well, yeah, though I'd imagine Venus would run too.
Oak, it's not you, is it?
What? No. Why? It's clearly Mustard here.
Oak, I was backed into a corner and I couldn't run. But Mustard didn't go after me.
What?
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Maybe he wasn't thinking straight. He probably didn't even notice you.
It's you. You're the spark. You were trying to run and act innocent.
Hello? Yo, if I was the spark, I would've just won there.
That's what I can't figure out. Why wouldn't you just mark me right away and win the game?
Maybe because I'm not the spark?
It's because he didn't want to gamble on the medic showing up. If he marked you, then there's a chance that the medic could still be alive and save you. He probably was waiting to mark you right before the round ended.
Okay, you actually sound dumb now, bro. Like, what?
Okay, but that could be the same thing could be said for you, Mustard. The same thing could be said for you, Mustard. Fuck. But then Venus. Venus backed into a corner knowing that if she got touched, it would be over. So why would she not back herself into a corner? Why would she just set herself up to run? Are these people dumb?
What kind of plan is that?
Why don't you think Oak could just be the medic? He could have protected me and ran away.
Because I'm the medic.
Okay.
It's Venus.
Okay, wow. Wow, what a great lie. Now you bring that up?
Oak, if you are the medic, you can stop hiding it. Just say it so I know I can trust you.
Venus, I'm saying this because I know you can trust me. I am not the medic. Mustard isn't either because he's the spark. I have no role. I'm not the medic. I'm not the spark. I'm innocent. That's it.
Mustard, I still don't get it. If Oak was the spark, why didn't he just kill you then at the end of the maze?
Because I'm not the spark? If I was, you're right. I could have just won.
He was probably just scared that I was protected, that you were somehow the medic and marked me. He didn't want to gamble on me possibly surviving and knowing he marked me. Even if it was a small chance that you were the medic, it would mean he was clearly exposed. He knows he has a better chance at just gaining your trust and voting me out.
So riddle me this, medic. Why did you chase me into the maze?
To save you!
What?
I figured that the one who ran into the maze first was more likely to be the innocent one, as they would think I was the spark. That was the person I wanted to protect.
Oh, what's going on?
Looks like
My head
gamble was
hurts.
wrong.
Okay, Venus, there's no way you believe him.
Think about it this way. It was either him or Knife from the last round. You know you're innocent. Knife was voted out, so you have to vote for Oak.
I could just as easily see it being you, Mustard.
Just as easily? What? Yo, it is obviously him.
It's him, Venus. Vote Oak and we end the game here.
Venus, surely you don't believe him.
I don't know,
Surely
dude.
You know I'm innocent, right?
I don't
was
have an
literally
answer for
with you
this.
The whole round. You know just as well as I do. If I was the spark, I would have won. You have to trust me.
Did he just say I was with you the whole round? Hold up.
You don't believe him. Surely you know I'm innocent, right? I was literally with you the whole round. You know just as
Hold on a
well as
second.
I do. If I was the spark,
Oh.
I would have won. You have to trust me.
No, I'm still confused. No, I'm still confused. I have no clue. I don't know why the spark didn't just win there. Oak was voted out.
Venus.
Down he goes. Whoever the Spark is played really well.
That's the last video on Matchbox, and with that, the end of the experiment.
Okay.
The question, of course, remains, who was the Spark? What happened there? Who won? Matchbox doesn't give us an answer. It's up to us to piece together the clues and decide for ourselves who we think the Spark is. Was it Venus? Mustard? Or has it always been the player we've been watching this entire time? Oak. Matchbox is designed in a way that you could be watching the killer and have no idea. Right-clicking with your hand doesn't look like anything. Pressing G to swap doesn't either. In fact, if you trace the footage back, for each kill, Oak was there the entire time. Flute, glove, glove again. Oak was always there, hand out, ready to mark. If you consider for a second that his reactions to getting swapped were just an act, it could really be that Oak was the Spark. We've been watching the killer all along. Except, it doesn't line up. There's one kill here that Oak couldn't have possibly made. Cardboard.
Cardboard,
The
yes.
second round, Oak was only close to Glove, and no one else. Unless this
So it's not
player
Oak.
was
Dude, I'm so
somehow
confused.
Cardboard, and Glove was putting on an elaborate act somewhere else in the map, Oak couldn't have marked Cardboard. Oak cannot be the Spark. So that leaves us with two options, Mustard and Venus. Venus is by far the character we know the least about. She's been present in hardly any of Oak's footage until the last round, and we don't know where she's been all game. As a result, it's very possible that she could have really been behind every murder we've seen. She marked Flute and Cardboard, swapped with Oak to mark Glove, and swapped with Oak to mark Glove again. But if it is Venus, why she didn't just vote Mustard out and instead let herself be gaslit into voting Oak is a mystery. Mustard, on the other hand, has more of an alibi. He was allegedly in the scrapyard round 1, so marking Flute would have been difficult, and he met up with Cardboard and Knife in the second round, so marking Cardboard there would also be a bit of a stretch. That being said, we don't know his exact whereabouts, so it could well have been him too. If it was Mustard though, then who was the medic? Venus and Oak didn't claim it, and we know the medic saved Glove, which can only mean one thing. Was Knife the medic? Unless it was Glove and he lied about being saved to bait someone out. The information just doesn't line up. The stories are incomplete. The Matchbox experiment does
I don't think Glove was the medic. Being the medic and then setting yourself as the trap after lying that you were saved by the medic seems so fucking dumb.
doesn't tell us directly who the Spark is, instead giving us pieces of broken information. We may never get a direct answer from the channel itself, but if anything, that just makes it a mystery more worth solving. It could be that maybe there's a puzzle piece I missed, and maybe one of you watching will be the one who solves the Matchbox. Until then though, good luck.
That was fun. That was fun. I think it was Venus. I think it was Venus. I don't know why you'd back yourself into a corner if you're not the bad guy. I think Venus was the least suspicious person out of the whole thing. Knife was definitely the medic. I think Knife was the medic, which is probably why they were so hostile off rip. You know? Because they're able to. Like, they're fucking... They can save a life and they're like super innocent. I think it was Venus. I think in the last round, she didn't want to risk killing someone who could have been saved by the medic and being the least suspicious. And Venus knew the labyrinth really exactly. And Who had been swapped to the labyrinth a couple times by the bad guy? Oak did. Oak was swapped to the labyrinth twice. So if you know the labyrinth layout really well and you're swapping someone to the labyrinth, you must have spent a lot of time in it to know it. But yeah, being the least suspicious, I think Venus just tried to play it safe and knew that if, like, she kind of played it slow, she could maybe pit these two against each other in the final round and just chose whoever she thinks, like, the easiest bet. She also never claimed to be in the labyrinth. No. But she also was never really with anyone in a lot of the rounds, right? Like, she was on her own all the time. So if she was in the labyrinth, most people aren't going to find you in the labyrinth, right? Especially if you're just hiding in a corner or something. It's Venus. When Oaks asked Venus, what if Mustard finds us? Venus calmly replied, he won't. But they were hiding in a pretty open area with a high likelihood of Mustard finding them. That leaves us with the possibility that Venus is the spark and knew that Mustard would also be hiding somewhere afraid. She didn't mark Oak when they were alone, as she suspects that he and Mustard might have been setting up a trap where Mustard is the healer and saves Oak because Oak was known to have set a trap with Glove earlier too. Venus was the master manipulator here who played all of the cards perfectly and won the game. Also, no one even suspected her for knife. No one suspected her except knife for the whole game. And he might have been the actual healer. Yes, so this guy lines up exactly what we're saying. We think Knife was the healer. We think Venus is the bad guy. Damn. Oak not saying got swapped into the maze as soon as he was accused was infuriating. I fucking second that, bro. It was so annoying. They really forgot that Venus memorized the maze layout. Oak always seemed to be so deep in the maze when he was swapped, so I think it was Venus. Thank you. Thank you. Exactly what I'm saying. Flute didn't even get to speak once. I know. Certain it's Venus. Oak got swapped into the maze multiple times. Venus happened to know where I ran it perfectly in the last round. Yep. Man. That's fun. See, that's cool. And it was like such good storytelling that it's based the game of Among Us, but it was just really fun. That's crazy. As a very experienced social deduction player, turning the final two innocent players against each other is always the goal you want to achieve. Venus doing this while keeping Oak's trust was absolutely masterful. Yep. How far away can you hear footsteps in Minecraft? I actually don't know. Quite a few. Footsteps in Minecraft. Like 10 or so, right? Up to 16 blocks away. But it also does depend on the blocks they're walking on. It was dirt, right? Mustard wasted no time at all to find them. That is also true. He was just like straight walking through the maze, not hiding. But that's also, we did see an edited version. We did see an edited version. We only saw what Wifis showed us. We did not see it for ourselves. Dude, are we going to do a stream where we actually solve the matchbox? Holy shit. Also, why would he claim... Scared the hell out of me. Why would he claim medic at the end? He was acting like a medic. I don't know. Do you know what's also crazy? That if this was a real game called Matchbox and these are real people, the people that played in this probably have seen this video now. And they haven't said a word. People out there might know the truth behind this. It'd be cool to see, like, the Sparks POV in all of this. Me recognizing all the voices used for the reenactment is 10 times better. Oh my. Gotta love that Venus very early on admitted to exploring the maze, and that's where the swap's ending up in. Once on accident, twice as a coincidence, 3 times a pattern. Yep. Yep. Why are people being so mean? Jeez, chill, damn. It's the mean these days. He would have been in so much danger of lying, yeah, if he wasn't actually the medic. That's a crazy good video as well. Holy shit, I might be watching a bunch of Weefy's videos soon, huh? God damn.